Hi, Capricorn. It's your girl Nina Rose coming at you for your unknown gifts and abilities for August 2019. I want to tell everyone thank you for their likes, shares, and subscribes, and just rocking with me through it all. And those of you that are new, thank you for coming out. Excuse me. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. It looks like some of you have recently experienced a tower moment. The cards come out while I was shuffling just now. Some of you may have recently gone through some very dramatic changes as far as your gifts and abilities and actually being exploited maybe. Let's see here. Let's cut these cards and see what's going on. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Emperor. So it looks like some of you may have been dealing with somebody, maybe a boss or something, that maybe was taking advantage of you, Capricorn. And this may be where you're at overall, as far as, what they did and what they didn't do. Because like I said, I had the Tower come out, and what else came out? I think that was the Ace of Pentacles that came out. So a lot of you, this may be an inspired endeavor. Some of you may be starting something new, that may be going to go work for yourself or what have you. And so much to leave everyone be. The overall chakra energy is forgiveness. So some of you may be a little upset about what transpired with some people that you know, and as far as where it is that you need to go with a thing. Your overall chakra energy here is self-worth and recovery, both in the reverse. So basically, you know what your self-worth is, but you may have given into what other people are saying. And then with recovery here in the reverse, you may have done some inner work in the past as far as things that went on. You may have forgiven, and then you may have went back and dealt with this person, maybe on business level, and you may have gotten re-hurt again. And that may be the overall energy for your forgiveness. Like, you still can forgive, but you don't have to deal with people. Okay, Capricorn. And then maybe, it sounds like that might be what you're going through. You may have forgiven someone for the indecency that they had shown you in the past. And then, and maybe a little manipulation was in the game as far as how they dealt with you. And it affected your self-worth, which you already knew who you were, what you're working with. And even with recovery, you know that too. But for the most part, you had done the inner work, but you end up, maybe back in the same position and thinking that they maybe have changed because you had. That's just the energy that I'm getting here. So, and it created a tower moment, okay? And in August, you're dealing with it. So we have the Six of Pentacles in the past where something needed to be balanced out. We have the Strength card clarifying the Six of Pentacles. So basically, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse clarifying the Strength. So it looks like you may have put some energy into maybe rectifying a situation to balance things out. Could have got a second job. Maybe you used to work for someone and you end up going back and asking for a job, for your job back. You know what I'm saying? And with you doing that, maybe things had gotten worse. The present energy here is the King of Cups in the upright. So maybe that's a non-committal energy here that's going on. Okay, so basically we have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So basically, something that you're passionate about, even in spite of the deception and the things that was going on, you still held on. That's what it looks like. You may have went asked for a job back. It looks like you went asked for a job back because you needed the money, or you went asked to work for somebody you know was deceptive because you needed the money. Okay, um, but it looks like you weren't hurt behind what it was, but this energy was negative, and this person was back and forth. But the person you work for, they have the money, they have their own company and everything. You're working for them, but they're unapologetic for their behavior, and their behavior is pretty bad, looks like. Um, your ideas may have been exploited. That's what I'm getting. Like you may be one of the best workers there, Capricorn. And so it was like, I don't know if this is landscaping, carpentry, but it's almost like they charge more, they charge their customers more if you're there. If you're going to be working this, but you don't get paid any more money. It's like you're the work mule. You're the main one that gets it done. You can be counted upon and everything, and that's why this person hired you back. But they get a lot of money for you, but they don't pay you. They don't pay you well at all. In the future, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Here it's in the upright. So basically, it looks like the stability. You're working on your stability and your happiness. Looks like you're not fighting anymore. I don't know if you got into it with your boss, or with once you found out that basically you don't get any more in pay, but you are the main person working, and everybody's getting paid the same. Look like, but it's almost like it don't get done unless you do it, but everybody there getting paid. You're not fighting about it anymore, but looks like you've left, or you will be leaving. Yeah, you're no longer even focused on the deception, because you have the Nine of Swords in the reverse here. You're not even focused on the deception anymore. It's just kind of like, you know what? I'm done. Don't worry about me. You do you. I'm going to do me. We going to do we. And that's it. That's really what I'm seeing here now. It's like, y'all can miss me with that bull crap. You're done. The only thing I see is that you're done. In your purpose position, you have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So like I say, because you're done, you're no longer even looking at the deception anymore. And it's dissipating in your chakra in the reverse as well. So it's like you're no longer saying you're going to leave. You've left. In August, you're going to go ahead and leave. And the Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse, clarifying this. So that means basically this opportunity here, you're closing the door for good this time. And what I'm getting is that you've worked with them before. And what makes you mad is that this supervisor, this boss, the owner, is not really, they don't care, whether you come or not, because they have their clients. But it's more so to the point where they kind of show you, they make you feel like I could say this self-worth. For some reason, you went back on your own, or maybe they asked you to come back. But I'm getting that you went back on your own, Capricorn. It's like you're dealing with something on the inside. You know what you're worth, but you won't go and get it. You won't go and deal with the people who's willing to pay you what you're worth. You need to reevaluate what you need to pay your bills and go after that. You have the experience. You know what you're doing. And you're a valued worker wherever you go. Most Capricorns are. I really haven't met a Capricorn who don't work. Most Capricorns are very valued. And it looks like with this in the reverse, this is something or someone you've dealt with before. And this happened before. But it's like, don't forget who you are. You know? Just because you forgive somebody don't mean you got to deal with it. So in the heart of the matter is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So basically you losing your cool about something or someone you already know is dirty. You knew going in they was dirty. But you needed the money. As opposed to going to where other companies doing the same thing, but they're hiring. But something happened, Capricorn, before August, maybe in June or July, or maybe you've been dealing with them for a few months, but something happened before you went back that actually put you in a lower state of thinking, a lower state of self-worth. So you went back to something that you knew would just accept you. I don't know if you went to jail, you got out, now you got a record, and you don't feel like going with that. They'll just hire you. I don't know if you dealt with someone, you have been dealing with someone, and they actually, it was like verbal abuse or what have you, and they really got in your head. So you just went somewhere that would accept you right then, and you wouldn't have to go through the rigmarole of interviewing, because sometimes we get in that mind state. We don't want to interview. We don't want to talk. We just would rather let me just go to work. But then you go here and you're not getting what you're worth. But you settled for that, and you already knew what this was about. But you're going to have to get your affirmations together, Capricorn, and get your things together on how you're feeling about yourself. Because only you can turn your wheel. And see here that this tower moment is clarifying this queen with the two of swords in reverse here. So basically you let this energy back in. And that's the thing about when we go through stuff, we'll mess around and let some energy back in that we realized long time ago. Because see, the recovery's in the reverse. You had already done the work on healing out of this situation, but you went through something and you started believing that you couldn't get what you was worth, or you may not pass a background check. Whatever it was, your self-worth took a blow, Capricorn. So it left you in indecision and not believing that you could be happy. You've been dealing with anxiety too about just making it. Things happen. I'm not saying it's just all good, but things happen and we got to learn to shake that the right way. You may have went there for a minute to get your money because you know you can get your money, but now it's time to go do something else and be able to just count it all joy, because at this point you knew what you went back for. You only went back for the money. You already knew they was dirty. So don't let them pull you back into something that's not working for you. Somebody will hire you based off of what you know how to do. People make mistakes all the time as far as backgrounds. You have miracle in your purpose in the upright. So you just need to work on manifesting miracles based off of what you know. Manifestation comes from what you already know. It don't come from what you don't know. You know how to manifest, and what you're looking for is a miracle, and maybe in the work area, as far as what you're gifted in, what you're talented in. That not purpose. This is your gift. You already know, but you're lacking desire with the Ace of Cups in reverse, and that also comes from self-worth, come from self-doubt, low self-esteem, low self-confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard for you to manifest, because some things came out, whether you got I just keep hearing a background, and it's affecting your wish fulfillment in your mind. It's affecting it, and it's not so much. Okay, so basically, some of you have gotten into some stuff. But the thing is, now you're gonna have to do a little footwork. You're gonna have to get in there, like, handle your business to the point where, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. I can't give up on myself. Because Capricorn, what I'm seeing is, you wanted to take the easy way out, so you went and took up a job that you had before. No, you're not going to be able to keep moving like that. You're going to have to go ahead and take the extra steps now that come along with what you got going with you now, which is, you're going to have to face this and be like, hey, I know how to do this, this, and this, and this. When you go into an employer, you got to sell yourself and let them know up front, yeah, I got this on my background. It's not old, it's recent, and but I can do the work. You're going to have to go in and sell yourself, you know, and still tell about your flaws, which is your background. But you can't give up on yourself and start taking people crap, uh, um, just because you feel like you ain't going. You still can get what you need to get. Somebody's going to work with you, and that's the miracle. That's the only way you're going to pull in a miracle, is if you go in and say, you know what, I'm going to go in and get this job, and I'm not going to lie to them. I'm not going to be shamed, because what it is what it is. you know. And I know it's easier said than done, but when it comes down to people treating you, your integrity, you're still human. You still have things you have to do. Okay, Capricorn? So this is your girl Nina Rose, coming at you for your unknown gifts and abilities for August 2019. You all have a good one and stay encouraged. And don't give up. Okay?